When it comes to Landman, one of the most complicated and increasingly alarming characters is Monty, especially as Season 2 keeps peeling back the layers of his involvement with M-Tex. From the beginning, Monty has operated in that uneasy gray zone, smart enough to look innocent, bold enough to push boundaries, and careful enough to avoid leaving fingerprints. But as the season builds, it's becoming clear that what Monty is involved in at M-Tex isn't just workplace politics or ambitious maneuvering. It's something far more serious, calculated, and criminal in nature. And the show has been dropping breadcrumb after breadcrumb, allowing us to piece together the scale of his wrongdoing. What we know now is that Monty has used M-Tex as a personal power engine, bending rules and manipulating deals in ways that point to financial misconduct. His influence inside the company has grown unnervingly fast, which usually only happens when someone is either exceptionally talented or exceptionally deceptive. Monty doesn't strike viewers as the kind of man who climbs by playing fair. Instead, his rise has the fingerprints of someone who cuts corners, makes back-channel agreements, and relies on intimidation masked as charm. And the deeper we get into the season, the more clear it becomes that M-Tex is essentially his playground, one where oversight is weak and ambition is rewarded no matter how dirty the path. One of the biggest hints of Monty's crimes comes from the way M-Tex's financial discrepancies keep surfacing. Contracts shifting without explanation, deals that don't add up, and money moving through channels that aren't exactly above board. None of this happens accidentally. Monty has positioned himself in a role where he can pull strings without drawing attention. He inserts himself into deal negotiations that don't fall under his responsibility, pressures people to sign off on agreements they don't fully understand, and uses his growing authority to silence anyone who asks too many questions. It's the kind of behavior that suggests he isn't just trying to get ahead, he's trying to hide something. What makes Monty's actions even more suspicious is the way he reacts whenever someone gets even slightly too close. Monty has a pattern of turning defensive or overly friendly when threatened, masking his fear with flattery or manipulation. We've seen him do it with coworkers, with superiors, and now even with people like Cammy, who is starting to sense that something is off. That shift in tone, one moment cold, the next moment oddly warm, reads like someone trying to keep multiple stories straight. And in a company like M-Tex, where the stakes are tied to big money and even bigger consequences, that behavior is a red flag. One theory gaining traction among viewers is that Monty might be involved in kickback schemes, using M-Tex contracts to funnel money into places it shouldn't go. Nothing has been explicitly confirmed in the show yet, but several scenes suggest he has access to documents, accounts, and deal details that he should not be in charge of. The way he guards his office, the secrecy surrounding his meetings, and the pressure he puts on certain employees all point toward a man trying to prevent the wrong person from stumbling upon the truth. Another piece of the puzzle revolves around land deals, which are often fertile ground for corruption. The environmental and drilling world is already full of loopholes, rushed permits, and backroom agreements. Monty seems to thrive in that kind of chaos. His willingness to cut ethical corners shows that he's not worried about legality, he's worried about getting caught. That alone tells us that whatever he's doing with M-Tex, it's not simply bending a rule here and there. It's deliberate, systematic, and lucrative enough for him to risk everything. The most telling part of all this is how other characters are beginning to sense the shift. People around Monty are uneasy in his presence, unsure whether to trust him or fear him. That discomfort is usually the first sign that a character has crossed into criminal territory. And the writers clearly want us to notice that Cammy, in particular, is picking up on details others are ignoring. Her decision to search his office suggests she believes Monty is hiding something big, something dangerous enough to protect at all costs. So, what do we actually know about Monty's M-Tex crimes at this point? We know he's manipulating financial deals. We know he's operating with secrecy that doesn't fit his job description. We know he's using company resources for motives that don't align with the company's goals. And more importantly, we know the walls around him are starting to close in. He's built a power structure based on lies, intimidation, and illegal maneuvering, and it's only a matter of time before someone uncovers the truth. Monty isn't just a rising star at M-Tex, he's a time bomb. And Landman Season 2 is slowly, deliberately lighting the fuse.